Hello, OMG, and welcome back to Legal Beauty's Glam Courtroom, where today we have such an exciting video. I have this festival, Coachella, Rave, concert, Stagecoach type eye look that I created. And the reason why I wanted to create it was because it's spring, it's about to be summer, and it's festival season, it's concert season, it's people's partying season, and what better way to go out than with a BAM look. Now, your girl Legal Beauty doesn't really attend those type of functions or festivities, but if I did, this is the look that I would do. If you want to see how to get this look, then make sure you go ahead and you keep on watching. But before you go ahead and do that, you know you want to subscribe to your girl Legal Beauty, you know you want to give this video a thumbs up, and you know you want to click that bell so you get notifications every time that I do upload. So let's dive right on into the video. Alrighty, y'all, so let's get the party started since we're doing this festive festival, Coachella, Rave, concert, Stagecoach, wherever you guys are going, this makeup look is going to be A1. So usually you go to a festival, it's hot as shit in the beginning of the day, and then it's cold at night. So the best thing you could prime your eyes with is going to be the Tarte Shapetape. I do use the color Fair. Some people like to use the white one. Some people like to use the color of their actual, what they use to highlight. Doesn't matter, as long as you have some type of base. I feel like this would be the best base for a festival just because it is like matte and it lasts all day. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Sephora sparkly brush and then go ahead and buff it out. And I'm gonna be doing one eye at a time on camera just because I feel like this look might be a while. I'm gonna like buff it as much as you can in. So the two palettes I'm using today are going to be the Daisy Marquez palette, which I just did a review on. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch the video that was uploaded before this one. And I'm going to also be using the Sipping Pretty eyeshadow palette by Kylie Cosmetics because both of these combined, these have like the bright colors perfect for a festival, and these ones have the perfect like transition shades, and those pinks are bomb if you're going to a festival or a concert or something where you want like a very, very bold look. So I'm going to be going in first with the transition color. I'm going to grab this Luxie brush right here, and I'm going to first tap into the color Dulce, which is this color right here on the Daisy Marquez palette. So we're just going to go ahead and begin with that. This color does look very like, more like a bronzy color in the pan, but once you put it on, it's more of like an orange, which ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm just gonna lightly just dust this all over, and it's very pigmented, this one. Some of the colors are a little patchy, just FYI if you do buy the palette. I like the palette. I've been using it pretty much like every single day, trying to step out of my comfort zone and use bright colors, but it is a little patchy, so you don't want to pack on too much of the colors because if you do, they kind of just like blend away, if that makes any sense. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. I don't know what type of brush this is, but if you guys can see right there, I'm going to go ahead and tap into more of a brown shade. So I'm going to go into these two colors right here. These are the brown shades in the Kylie Cosmetics palette. I'm just going to kindly and very nicely dip into those two colors, because I want to go into the actual like crease right here. And we're just gonna like make it super brown and kind of flare it out. So this is what is gonna make like my eyes look a little bit more deep. They're not, I wouldn't say I have deep set eyes. I feel like, I'm not trying to sound like too confident, but I feel like I have the perfect eyes for eyeshadow because with my eye shade, I notice I can create any look. So I'm very thankful for the type of eyelids that I got. But yeah, this is gonna basically just like give the illusion of a flare out. Just like that. I recommend you do your eyes first, especially if you're gonna be going to a festival, you're doing festival makeup, because it can get a little messy. So boom, now that we have that pretty much done to where we're gonna clean all of this up right here. This look is gonna be a lot simpler than it may look when it comes out. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move forward to the third step. So we're gonna go ahead and take the Kylie Cosmetics Eat Cake Glitter and cut the crease with this. So I like to use it as basically like a base instead of an actual concealer to cut my crease, just because, I don't know, it just makes it look prettier. It has the sparkles. It's cute. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Pack her on. This one you don't want to pack on too much because this is the type where it does disappear as well if you put on too much. So there you go. You can see it on camera. We're just gonna go ahead and let it dry for like a second. And now we're gonna take more of an angled brush and I'm gonna wet it with some spray. We'll get into the type of spray I'm using later. And now I'm gonna dip into the color Icy on the Daisy Marquez palette. And I'm going to pack this on where I laid down the Eat Cake by Kylie Cosmetics. And I wanna give it like an iridescent holographic look. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm just gonna keep packing and packing and packing. Oof, that looks really, really, really pretty. Okay, so now we want to take more of a smaller brush. This is like a double-sided brush. I forgot where I got this from, but I'm gonna go in with the smaller side and I'm gonna tap into this darker brown right here from the Kylie Cosmetics palette and just do it on the outer of my eye, right here like so. And I just wanna like kindly punch it in. And I'm gonna take the other side to just blend it. And now I'm gonna use the bigger side to now just add it on and pack it on and then just blend it in and make sure that I'm flaring it out. And now I'm gonna take more of the smaller side and then just kinda go over right here so that it doesn't look so harsh where I cut the crease with the Eat Cake. And then you just take the bigger side and then just blend it in. And then if you lose some of the color while you're doing that from the glitter, just go ahead and tap back into it and you can just lay it right on top. So now we're gonna do the under the brow bone part. I'm going to take a smaller brush, just like this one right here. Dude, that thing just did like a 360, so I don't wanna even bend over and go pick that up, so we'll just grab a different brush. And I'm gonna go in with this lighter color right here. I think it's called Check ID on the Kylie Cosmetics palette. This palette is a little bit more expensive than the Daisy Marquez palette, but it is so perfect. Like, literally has like the best colors. Ooh, look at that brow bone, yo. And then we're gonna go back in and then just buff this in. Perfect. I kind of want more of the brown to stick out right here inside the crease. So I'm just gonna go back in and punch it in until I am happy with how it looks. All right, so the eye is pretty much done on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and I will be right back. Okay, so now that both eyes, you can see the eyeshadow was done, we're gonna go over to the face. We are obviously not done with the eyes because we're trying to look like real cute and crazy, but not like crazy crazy. So anyway, since it's a festival or a concert, if it's Coachella, Stagecoach, like I've been saying, raves or concerts, it is hot during the day, especially a lot of these concerts are gonna be in the desert. Let me tell you one thing, I know a lot about the desert because it'll be nice how to spend a lot of time in the desert due to military just do the military lifestyle for about a year. So you definitely want to make sure that while you're out in the sun, your face is not melting off. So you definitely want to prime your face first before you even dare to do your face when you go to a festival. So I like to use the Touch in Soul No Pore Problem Primer. And I got this in the Boxy Charm. Which one did I get it in? I don't know, one of these past months. It has a blurring effect, so it looks really pretty when you put it on. I like to put it mostly centered in my problem areas where I get like oily, which is gonna be down the center right here, down my nose, around my mouth, and then I just like to spread it around town. So we're gonna spread it around and around. So you definitely don't want your makeup melting off, so priming is a huge step. If you have oily skin, you obviously want to use something drying. If you have dry skin, I recommend using Pond's. It is a great moisturizer and it'll last you throughout the entire day without your makeup running. So the next step, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this e.l.f. matte setting spray and spray my entire face. Now the reason why I do this is because it holds everything in place and it's gonna help give me that more matte look that I want, and where my makeup isn't gonna just like go away the entire day. The more you spray your face throughout your makeup process, the longer your makeup stays on. So next we're gonna use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Flawless Finish Foundation. Now I religiously use the Morphe foundation, but sometimes my skin cracks, or not my skin, sometimes the makeup cracks on my skin because my skin is a little dry. This one is a little bit more moisturizing, so that's why I chose this one. And plus it is super cheap, because if you are going to a concert or you're spending a lot of your money for entertainment purposes this coming spring and this summer, it gets expensive. So if you can save money on your makeup, then why not? So yeah. You can just go ahead and apply this all over. And of course you want to bring it down your neck because you need to match your freaking neck, ladies and gents. So this foundation right here, it's full coverage, but it's not full coverage. But I kind of want that because I feel like this is the perfect foundation to use when you're gonna be out in the sun. Just because you don't wanna have a lot on that you can sweat off. If you have a little bit on and like a little bit sweats off, then it's harder to notice. But now we're gonna fast forward over to concealer. So we're gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair. You can't go wrong with the Tarte Shape Tape. You really can't. Like, this is pretty much going to keep you snatched throughout all hours of the day and all hours of the night. So I do recommend this one. It is a little pretty penny, but for all of your summer festivities, it will not let you down. So now we're just going to go ahead and buff it in. But before we do that, this is where I spray my face once more to hydrate it and to kind of help set it and so that it doesn't peel off throughout the day. So we're gonna go ahead and just tap this into the skin. And now we're gonna get to the eye part. This is where I clean it up, and I'm just gonna point my brush straight up. And that basically is gonna give it the snatch look where it goes upwards. So this part's really easy to do. Your concealer will naturally just cover up the eyeshadows underneath. And even if it doesn't all the way, just add more concealer in that problem area and you'll be good to go. All right, so things are looking a little crazy on my face. And now we're gonna get to one of the next most important parts of the face. So now that the concealer is pretty much blended into the skin, spray your face again. I think we're on like our 4th spray at this point, but that's fine because the key is you want your makeup to stay on all day. So the next step that's very important is setting your face. I highly recommend setting your face with the HD powder. This is the one that I love and use from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I want to say it's like less than $7. It's not necessarily like a translucent powder, I would say. It just says it's an HD powder and it has a pink-like finish. Now, I have been using this powder for days, and when you apply it on, it goes on very thin and it lasts all day. So I would recommend this one over a translucent powder. So I'm just gonna take a brush and then just pack it on. I did do a review on e.l.f. Cosmetics, so go ahead and watch that so you can see the tea. And you're just gonna apply this all over. So what I like to do is take the rest of whatever is on the brush and then just dust it on the rest of my face, but pack it on where I need it specifically. Now I only do one layer. I do not go in with a bunch of other layers. So the face is looking very, very, very powdery, and that's completely fine. We're gonna go in with like a 5th spritz, and then we're gonna use this to just dry it down. And I'm only spraying so much because, of course, when you're gonna be at an all-day thing, you want your makeup to last. So the next thing we're gonna do is bronze the face because it's looking a little white. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this Cover FX palette that I got in the past Boxy Luxe Boxy Charm. I'm gonna go in with the color Contour and bronze up the face. And I also got this like really big brush from Moda, and I really, really, really like it to bronze up. I was never at first like a fan of these type of brushes because I just felt like they were gonna create a mess on my face, but no, it actually works pretty good. So I'm gonna bronze up the face just to give it a slight chisel. I feel like with bronzer, you don't wanna go in too hard. Just because I feel like if you go in too hard with bronzer, it might look a little harsh in the sun. What you do wanna go hard in is the highlight, which is, we're getting to that. I just want to add some warmth. You just want to go back and forth and even out your bronzer until you see fit. You definitely want to bronze the forehead. What I like about this brush is it doesn't give you the bronze helmet head. It kind of helps just disperse it all across. I kind of have a big forehead, so I have a lot of surface area to work with. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and pat in the leftovers over that HD powder, just because it does make you look a little pale. So we're going to leave the face for a little bit, and we're going to dive back into the eyes. So on the eyes, I want to do a very, very black dramatic wing. So I'm going to just go ahead and go in with my classic e.l.f. Cosmetics black liner and create that line. Okay, so now that the eyebrows are done, you don't want to just leave them without setting them, because if you don't set them, they're going to move throughout the day. So what I'm going to use is the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit Cosmetics, and you're just going to comb this through your eyebrows. This basically sets them throughout the day and the night so that they don't move. They don't curl, they don't lose their place. It also helps whatever brow product you're using stay as well. So the next step is lashes. I'm gonna be using the Lilly lashes in Faux Mink in the style Mykonos. These are gonna give it the dramatics that it needs against this eye look, because we're still not done with the eyes. We still have to do the bottom portion, but for the top portion, these are gonna look really, really pretty against this brown and the glitter. Now you wanna use a really strong adhesive. I don't recommend Duo. That one is not that strong. I recommend using Kiss. Kiss makes really, really good strong adhesive. This is the one that's hypoallergenic and it is black. So it'll blend into your eyeliner and into your glue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put on the lashes and I'll be right back. Now that the lashes are on, you can see how much of a difference it makes against the eyeliner and then against the eyeshadow. So these Mykonos lashes were all broken up, so I had to do like eyelash surgery and glue them back together on my eyes. But anyways, they look so, so pretty. So now we're gonna move on to the bottom half of this look. And this is where I wanna make it a little bit more colorful, just because I feel like everyone is gonna make their top half of their eyes the colorful part. Now I wanna make the bottom half. So we're gonna go in with this bright pink color from the Kylie Cosmetics palette, and we're gonna use this brush from Luxie. It kind of has like a flat surface, yet it's still round at the same time, and we're just gonna lightly tap into it, and we're gonna start off on the left eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it on to the left corner of my eye because I wanna do multicolors. So this is, we're just gonna punch it in. And now we're gonna do the other side. This color does kind of stain your lids, so you wanna use a really good makeup remover when you take it off. And try not to rub your eyes after because it's gonna make them look red and then pink. Ooh, I love this color. Ooh, really pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and dig into the Daisy Marquez palette, and we're gonna go in with this bright peach called Karma. I'm gonna use the same brush but kind of dust off just on my hand, the excess pink, and then lightly tap into it, and then we're gonna use it for the corner part of the eye where the wing is at. And we're just gonna graze it up and then blend it into the pink right there. This part you wanna be careful with because you're gonna follow that line that you used to cut off the messy part in the beginning, the part that I did with the concealer. Now it's really pretty. Look at the transition from the coral to the pink. Look at that. That looks so pretty. It's like a highlight party with my eyes. So now we're gonna go back into the Kylie Cosmetics palette and we're gonna dip into this blue right here. I've never used this blue. I'm hoping it goes on a little bit bright. We're gonna use the same thing. We're just gonna dust off the coral and the pink on the hand and then go back into the palette. And I'm gonna go lightly in with the blue because I don't know how it performs. So it is a little darker, but that's okay. Oh shit. If you get any fallout from any colors you use, that's fine. The HD powder easily helps wipe it off. That's what I just did right now. Yeah, it looks really cool. So while I'm doing the blue part, I'm just dusting off whatever is falling down my cheeks. And then if you feel like there's too much of harshness right here, just kindly just take a brush with no makeup on and then just brush it into the top part of your eyes. But look at how pretty we're looking, like a little rainbow party. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and spritz the face one more time using the e.l.f. setting spray. I said one more time, probably like a bunch more times. And now we're gonna do the inner corner of our eye. So we're gonna go in with the Daisy Marquez palette, and this palette, this color I really, really love. It's the color Dream. So we're gonna use that for the inner corner. Where's my brush? We'll just use this one for now, but I use the dark brown, so I gotta wipe it off. So we're gonna just tap into that color and do the inner corner. Ooh, you see that? That is so pretty. Oh my God, my eyes look like a festival. So many colors, such a party on the face. Ooh, perfect. So, no, I said we're gonna spritz the face one more time, but this is probably the last time. Now I'm gonna spritz the face again. And we're gonna go back to blush and highlight. So for blush, we're still gonna go in with the Cover FX palette, and we're gonna use this pink one right here, and ever so lightly just add some because this one goes on pretty pigmented. See what I mean? You immediately see it. We're going to do the mascara last, if you're wondering, for the bottom portion, and we still have to contour the nose, which is fine. So now I'm gonna go back in with, it's the brush that I used for the inner corner, for the creases of my eyes. I'm just gonna dust off on my hand whatever's left over and dip into that contour color and just start to contour my nose. I'm gonna do more of like a lighter contour just because, again, this is makeup that's supposed to be in the sun. So you don't wanna do anything too harsh where if you do happen to sweat or anything like that, you don't want it, like, if it does rub off, because I mean, worst case scenario, sometimes it will from sweat, or just if you accidentally touch your makeup, you don't want anything to look too off. So I just blended that in with this brush right here. And then one more time with this. And now we're gonna go in with the highlight. So the perfect highlight for this look is going to be the ABH X Amrezy highlight. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the brush. This is where we're gonna put on a lot because I think it looks so pretty in the sun when you see the highlight hit. Like, look at that, that is really, really pretty. And we're just gonna keep building it up. And then what I like to do is sweep it underneath the eye to give an all over glow. And the reason why is because if you are gonna get hot and you do sweat, if you're sweating with highlight on, you can't really even see it because it kind of absorbs into the skin, so it looks really, really pretty. And this is what I like to do if I want like that extra glow in the sun. Even though I don't go to like festivals, I don't go to concerts or anything like that, if I did, this is the type of look I would do. These are pretty nose. We want to take some, of course, on the forehead because we want to feel all glittered out. Another look. And we got the chin. And now we gotta do the nose highlight. Ooh, that nose highlight. That is so pretty. Just a little bit more highlight just because. You know, look like a little shiny glitter queen. Look at that. See that the face looks like wet, so if you do sweat, it's totally okay. So the last step is going to be mascara on the bottom lashes, and I'm just going to do a nude lip, and we will be right back. All right, so this is the completed look, and I just put my hair up in like a little half pony with like a little white shirt because if you're going obviously to these type of events, you might not want to wear your hair extensions just because they might feel heavy and it might get too hot. So I just decided to leave my normal hair and just put a half up, half down, little ensemble. But I have to say, I really, really love this look. It literally looks like a party carnival festival rave on my eyes. I just paired it with a nude lip just so that it didn't really like offset the eyes, just so that the eyes pretty much stand out. But yes, I love how it looks. I love that I did more of something basic up top and I left the party on the bottom of the eyes. I think it's just so like attention grabbing. It just looks so pretty. It's gonna look gorgeous in pictures. I will of course put all the makeup details down below in case you miss it throughout the video. But if you enjoyed this look, if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you get notifications of every time your girl Legal Beauty uploads a video. I'm thinking of maybe doing some more festival looks just because I really, really love how this came out. I would love to see what more crazy colored looks look like, obviously, on my face. So yes, I hope you are having a good day. I hope you are having a great week. I hope you have a great rest of your month, and I will see you next time. All right, guys, peace.